I'll probably put shit up when the baby. She was contracting heavily, but yeah,
Wait, how has your wife been doing?
she's okay. It's crazy though. I don't know how to. It's probably still the same one. They turn it off. Yeah, if I say the wrong thing, they turn it off. If you talk about like, well, it's on now, so I can't even say what you can't talk about. Yeah. How many other videos?
Like what are we doing? Like you showing us what we
Today?
Yeah.
Well, so we'll do Ashford, chapter 5.
Okay. Okay, that's this one.
Yeah,
So once
that's
I-
practice. So that class is 1. That is.
So which one is Tuesday?
It's probably.
Tuesday would be like a few days, like 3 days ago.
It was just a few days ago. That's weird.
I don't see it.
I wonder if there's a way to. Oh, go to live. That's why.
Isn't that the one you're on now?
See where it says. Well, see how it says live there. See that? That's live, and it'll probably show them in order.
1 day, 2 days ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but hbse. So that's it.
Okay.
Because we were going over the genogram. What is a genogram? And then also, what is an ecomap? So,
So I'm just writing Desire Sweep in the comments. That's it.
yeah, write your name. Yeah.
Okay.
That way there's evidence of you watched it. So
Thank you.
ideally watch it and, act
Yeah.
like you know what we're talking about.
So you'll go check comments and see, okay. I'm
That's
gonna
the
check
idea.
it.
It sends me a notification. So
So even if I don't come to class, I can watch it on live and
I during COVID, that's what we do. But yes, those of you who have had me before,
Okay. Okay, how do we get to that?
it's that name.
I'm a Tuesday person.
I know, right? I recommend you guys in person because we have too many failing out. You go remote, you get distracted, you smoke a blunt, whatever it might be, and then it's over. Like don't get distracted. Focus all the way through. That's what we were doing last class. So focus on your check sheet, get things done. They ask you not to do remote because we see 50% dropout rate when you go remote. That's what happens. So it's almost it's very tempting. There are people that are super efficient and do that well. I would not be one of them. I would fail out in no time. I don't envy you guys. I never had wireless when I was in school. I never had texting when I was in school. No distractions. There is nothing. So
There's a no law in Ohio. They gotta put their phones in the couch.
okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So how do you focus? Here's a good way to focus. This is a check sheet.
Well, let me find.
You got 48 hours on this side, gen eds. You do 49 hours on this side, 120 to graduate. So that gives you 23 hours in electives.
So, so if you do like a double major, I heard like you're not, they won't let you go over like 19 hours or whatever. 'Cause it's
The price you pay full time is 12 to 18 hours, correct?
Oh, so you have to pay.
So if you add 1, you pay another hour. If you add 2, if they let you add 2, you pay 2 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because it's almost like you're working 2 full-time jobs. So people would say it's humanly near impossible to work 80 hours a week. You could, people do, but it's unhealthy. If that's what you're asking, is that what you're asking? So you can, people. I mean, I have 5 degrees, so I'm
That's
an
sick.
overachiever. I love to max everything out, whatever it is. I do too much of it.
Do you expect us to do so much in your class?
I try to tamper my expectations. I want you to do enough to keep us accredited and learn your material to pass the licensure exam.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want to do it. I don't want. I'm a lazy overachiever.
Okay.
I do
So
want
yeah,
to
this
be
is how
there
you
and
get
I'm
done.
sure.
You can do it in a few years. If you guys really want to do 18, 18, 11 in the summer, 18, 18, 11 in the summer, that's like almost 50 hours a year.
It's 11 credits. covered?
11's the max.
Is it covered? Like
I hear at least 6s. You get a Pell Grant. If you get Pell Grants, at least 6 will be covered. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I can do some summer classes.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? Because I finished my psych in 2 years.
You're done.
Yeah.
And then how many credit hours do you have right now?
I don't know. I don't finish psych.
So look up where you look up your grades, then look at the bottom of your transcript. You can all do this. Like where you look at your grades, how many hours complete, how many are in this semester. We can tell you when you'll finish based off
It was
this.
so fast. I was like, okay, I'm done with all my classes.
Yeah.
Last semester we did 12 credits. So I was like,
Right. So as long as you do everything on this side, everything on this side, you've got a social work degree.
You know one thing y'all need to take out of that check sheet? Stats.
Oh, that's every social work
that
program.
was easy.
You'll like it. You'll be fine. That's every social work. You have to do it.
That was easy. For me.
Wait, do you have a different teacher now?
No, I dropped out of it.
Girl, you was there for 1 day.
I was there for 1 day and I was behind.
Because you came a week later.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it next semester though. But I'm doing it in person because I was first online.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I had switched out, but I didn't think it was gonna be like
Sit with it.
behind.
Yeah, because we learned like all the basics.
But you
But you
By the time I
could
got there, y'all was
have caught up. She was like, I'm not doing that. Let's just try to.
I'm at 64 credits.
64, that's good.
I was with my summer class.
Wait, what's your classification? You junior?
Yeah.
Okay.
By the end
But
of
I'm
this
finished my
semester,
that's so.
I'll be at
64, I cannot graduate.
57 credits, and this is my third
I don't even
semester.
know. I just know I was good to graduate, but I wasn't good to graduate every sentence.
So you could have graduated 2 years earlier?
I was not doing it. I have a full 4-year degree.
Oh,
So it's 4 years, so I'm gonna.
Oh, so you
Full
are
years.
gonna do it. Okay, yeah, that's good. Use all your money.
It was a gift. It was not keeping it going.
Wait, you're a social work major?
Psych and social work.
What is your twin?
What is she? She's MIS. She's computer and like computer-based systems. Tech, I don't even know. Sorry.
Oh, you just saw me design. Hi, what's your name?
Design.
Also, your design. Your sister's design.
Yes.
Are you the?
Oh, I don't know.
Weren't you the president for FCLA?
Oh, okay, yeah. Me, yeah. Okay. I was like, okay.
And I had a class for her, social work last year.
So you guys have any other
Social classroom.
check sheet
Oh,
questions?
That was you? Oh.
She failed that.
And then genogram.
She did science.
Any genogram questions?
Do we have class on Tuesdays? Person class?
I mean, I'm aiming for class every day, so you guys get all that you need, especially.
I'll dial it in a face. Is your wife a face?
Still
One.
one is the doctor's once a week, so you wouldn't know until again. And she can't check that herself.
You could check her.
Yeah. I'm a doctor, but not that kind of doctor.
Oh, you're a PhD.
I do have a doctorate.
Dang.
So,
So you're Dr. John. How you say your last name?
Trouth.
Shroud. Is it John or Jonathan?
It is Jonathan. I'm okay with John. Have you guys seen, I've shown you where I work before?
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay.
Miami.
Yeah.
I need to do my.
Yeah, like to have your resume.
I need to do my resume.
Because there's one, you'd want to have that complete because you guys will be applying
For internships.
all of your internships. You've got so many distractions. Like I said, we had no cell phones, texting. I had a pager actually in undergrad. I did get a cell phone in graduate school. I did get texting my last year of graduate school. And then we got Wi-Fi and my first laptop in law school that I never finished.
I you went to law school. Why would you do that?
And it's because it was so many distractions. You guys, you got your boo texting you all day. You got plans. You got what else? Let's think of, help me name all the distractions that come. That would be a good practice. Your dad,
That's big.
your bed.
Yeah, just go to sleep.
Because it is a choice. You don't have to get this damn degree. You could just go work wherever you want right now.
Shit, I'm a pharmacy tech and I don't have a degree.
That's what my wife has, and she's worked 19 years on her degree. So
That's why I'm like,
My room's never dark than that.
my pharmacy tech thing is my plan B. Like, you just,
right,
or
because
like
it does
just
pay
something.
well. Yeah. What other distractions you guys have?
Like you said, sleep. If I just stay in my room, I'm just gonna fall asleep.
You'll have your boo texting you. You got your parents. You got your job. You can make extra money. There's Netflix. There's texting. There's
Just drama.
food. Facebook, Instagram.
Doing nothing.
Right. That's an option.
Just
That's an
yeah,
option. But
yeah.
then if you're like me, you want things. You want to buy shit.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That's why I need a job.
Like if you could live like a monk and just go into the sisterhood, they'll let you join the sisterhood. But that is a very simple life. You know what I mean? You give up everything. Like,
That's crazy. I
yes.
went to a Catholic boarding school for 4 years.
yeah, so you've seen them
and
sisters.
Yeah, they just stay there, just go
Do
to
nothing.
church, pray. I mean, they were in charge of us, kind of. But
Right. Some of them, their
still.
devotion is education, teach you how to math and read. And
Oh my God, I hated it.
I'm
Worst
sure.
4 years of my life.
I'm sure.
But I would do it again. I can't lie. I'll do it again. It makes me happy.
Oh, I got a question. I
Yeah.
had emailed you guys, but you wanted me to ask this again, like.
Yeah. What did you mean by Dean's List? That's why.
Okay, so boom. The College of Business, right? They have like this thing where like they have a ceremony. So,
3.5
like,
and above, right?
Yes.
Did you
so-
get 3.5 and above?
Yeah.
So we have ours in April.
You gotta wait that long.
I guess so. And now that dean is gone, so
That was Chas. Well,
At the end of
the chance spotlight, and now that dean is gone, so it's up to the dean. If our new dean doesn't do shit, then they don't do shit. She's now the provost.
Oh, that was what Dr. Cootie was last year, right?
Well, Cootie was head of research.
Oh, now is the president.
Now he is the president. So if the new dean doesn't have it, that's what I thought you may have been asking, because Dean's List is only once a semester, and then they
Yeah.
celebrate once a year.
Okay. And when I was looking at it, like people in College of Business, they have our Dean's List for a 3.2 and above. So I'm like.
Probably because they're saying their classes are harder than ours.
That's a lot.
Oh.
They don't get honors college.
Uh-huh.
They get like in their college. But I think you have to, it depends on your major, not all they just get a 3.2.
So I hope that answered your question. I thought you were asking that, but I didn't know how to answer it. A lot of
I
times.
think I had asked it wrong.
Right, I kind of knew what you were saying, and I also get emails while I'm on the phone, and I reply voice to text, so then I can usually just say like, "Tell me more." Yeah.
Why don't the what's it called? The department give out scholarships?
Well, we do have scholarships.
We do?
We do.
I need money.
So ours was, if you graduate in 25, you do your internship, and there's $10,000 for the internship at low enrolled internships. TCN is one of those. They're in Xenia. We also got the Behavioral Health Workforce Grant Expansion Program. That's at University of Dayton, also to do with internship. We got,
It's like STEM and business always got a scholarship going on, and we don't.
probably because they're not guaranteed a job when they get out. And if you get your degree and you get your license, you're going to get a damn job, guaranteed. Business and STEM, who knows?
But when they do get the job, they make money.
They do make money, and they have lots of layoffs. So they could have a job 6 months and laid off 6 months, where we'll be employed 12 months straight. We might make a little less, but we're always employable as social workers. There's always something to do.
That's why I told my parents, that be like, I'm always have some kind of job or social.
Yeah, it's very flexible. And
Yeah.
It isn't a lot of like social work and psychology. As long as you don't want to be a psychologist,
Right.
you can use it in different.
Yeah, so there is stuff, and you do have to look out for it, but
That's what
I guess you could say that the Pell Grant is
yeah, but that's everybody gets a Pell Grant.
yeah, I think you still have to make a certain income of money to qualify.
Yeah, I was just talking about like major specific.
Yeah, we've awarded like 17 this year, and it's mostly that
Really?
internship. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a junior. I'm not 20.
So you're close.
I'm a sophomore.
Right.
So I gotta wait 180.
Or you be an overachiever and do 18 this semester, 18 next semester, and 11 in the summer. That's like 50. and then do 18 next year fall, 18 next year spring.
I'm trying to graduate one semester early.
You can. That's how you do it. 18, 18, 11. 18, 18, 11. It's 50. I did that. I did it 7 semesters in a row. Now you guys are making me want to look up my transcript because I'll show you. I did a lot. It was crazy.
As long as I graduate with my class. I gotta take summer class.
Hey, there it is.
No, I'm about to do summer. I have to.
Oh, there's XU and UK. Okay.
How much are you taking?
That's my grad school and my undergrad together.
Wait, what?
So,
What did you do?
because I'm a resident major and I gotta get my psychology credit. I'm on track for social work, but not for psychology. Because they just added psych.
What's your classification?
Somewhere.
I had a 3.583 in grad school.
I don't wanna be. See, well, see, you're I don't wanna have a heavy class.
You want to graduate before years?
Yes.
So-
You shouldn't need to take that. I can talk to summer class and I'm on track to.
We'll start on the other side. So
Dang, that looks like a central one.
it was similar. It's probably a similar.
Wasn't my advisor, my freshman year advisor?
Oh, Nikita Jackson.
Miss White.
Well,
No.
Wait, where did you go?
I was Xavier.
Why does it look like central?
It's similar, probably because Central bought this in 1996, and this is from
Why don't we
1996.
still use that?
That's a good question.
Like everybody's talking about some, oh yeah, I get all my things on Canva. I'm like, we have to go through the website, hit self-service, and see this old spreadsheet.
My distractions would have been beer, and here's the worst beer semester I had: DCDWBC,
Oh my god.
right?
Beer?
And then CC, CCC, BB. There's even a
That's
worse
so
one.
bad.
AABB. Oh yeah, that's when I quit drinking. So that would have
Yeah.
been right there. That's the worst one. I had a 0.59, I think.
Oh my god.
Yep.
And this was with grad, you said this was law school?
This was in 1997.
Undergrad.
Is when I quit drinking and smoking every day. So I'm like, cool, we can go to class, like drink and smoke, and oh yeah. That was our distractions. So I'm grateful somebody showed me how to stop.
2004.
I know, do these have the year? Okay, 97. So it was November.
Born, was never been born.
Then I had AABAS. So that was like a 3-point. Then I had,
What did you graduate with?
I did psychology, theology,
You're a triple major?
double, a 3.45.
That's not.
That looks like too many classes, doesn't it?
That is a lot. Psych.
Holy
psych,
shit.
Psych.
So yeah, we had the labs like you guys did, senior review, Christian. I got a theology major. So I always did 18. 18. I always maxed it out. That's kind of what I was saying. That's grad school now. So now we jump right into graduate school at Xavier. That is a master's thesis. There is no grade for it.
Oh.
What is it?
Well, I don't even know on the state website.
See? Did you sign a photo release? Do you want them to take it down? Go tell them.
I'm SGA.
Tell them you want to take that shit down if you want
It's
to.
because I'm on e-board with SGA.
So see how many hours I had to do? Look at that. That seems like a lot.
God,
That seems like a lot, doesn't
that
it?
is a lot.
And a 3.45 was my final. So you guys need 120 and you're done.
That's good. But that's including your
That should not include my master's.
oh,
The master's was, well, you go all the way back up to the top for that. This one was 67.
oh.
Why did they
You was in hella years before you got your master's. Or maybe.
So I was the year 2000 in undergrad. I graduated.
Oh,
I started 01 for a master's and finished in 04
that's
because I didn't have a social work degree. It took me 60 some hours.
This was for your what degree? This right here. Which one?
Yeah.
That's undergraduate. I did start graduate school at Xavier.
Psychology and theology.
Yep.
What were you trying to do with that before, like
Teach like high school religion at a Catholic school.
Did you ever try it?
I might have applied, and then in the meantime, I had started my social work degree. I never like took too many breaks from, you know,
You like school, huh?
I don't know.
I think you know.
social work, your master's in social work.
I do have an MSW. Um,
That's like my cousin. She did like public relations and now she's in school for social work master's at Kennesaw. No, not Kennesaw. What's the one good school in Cincinnati?
UC is probably the most well known.
No, like it's hard. It's kind of harder to get into. I forgot what it's called. In Cleveland, I mean.
Cleveland has Case Western
Yeah, that's where
Reserve.
she goes.
Hmm.
Case Western.
I wanted to go to that school in Cleveland, the art school, the College of Arts. They got up there.
That's a good
I
one.
went to Stack School for the Arts. So,
Yeah, so it's if you do stay focused, that was probably the only semester I got a 4.0. I lived in Managua, Nicaragua, and then that's funny. Those are almost all B's. Oh, okay. It's still a 3.5. That was a graduate class though, Intro to Buddhism, but they counted it undergrad.
Was there like honors college or
there's
whatever?
people, I can't remember.
Kind of.
So you did get honors, whatever.
I did get honors, yes. And then in grad school, you usually take like that much.
Not a lot.
Yeah, my GPA kind of sucked in grad
Did you
school.
ever cry about a class?
Maybe. I know. That is still weird.
Spanish, I guess.
So you guys so far know how.
Let me try to pull up my what's it called, check sheet.
Oh, right. How many of you guys have access to your book?
You sent us the thing.
Well, I sent you all these PowerPoints. Yes, I
They
did.
give us the book in person. Like,
So you have to go
it's-
pick it up,
Yeah, you have to go.
and you have to return it, or you get to keep
Yeah, you
it.
do have to return it. But I didn't want it.
So that way you don't have to return it.
You do have to return it. Yeah, that part.
Well, there's a book. That's what this is based off of. So
I've been losing everything.
we're making babies. Now you had the baby. That's how it starts out. That's all the baby can do when it's born, literally. 1 month old, it can like do that. 2 months old, 3. It can roll over at like 5. It can hold itself up at 6 months. And here's the so it turns its head 1 month, rolls front to back 4 months, sits without support 7 months,
No, I know.
creeping, walking at 12, stands without pulling up. Mine's at walking backwards. Then almost 2 years, kicks a ball with demonstration. At 2 years, kick a ball, jump 2 feet off the floor, throw a big ball overhand. And there's flags if they cannot sit, and at 18 months if they can't walk independently. So that's kind of the milestones.
Did you guys record your milestones?
I take a picture every day, so I'm sure I've got something. I literally have something every day.
What's this office number?
Let's see here.
No, what's this office number? I got an event to be
For
prepared
Cordova?
for.
Yeah, she was in my office.
You gotta make an appointment to.
Oh, sorry, y'all call instructions. I never made them.
Oh, well, when I tried to go there and then like it's locked all the time. So like I do have to.
I might
make this
email.
Oh, this is 3 years ago. So our 4-year-old, that's 3 years ago. I was trying to get her to stop crying. I don't know what that was. I put a hat on her. So she would have been like 1. I always try to get her to stop crying by filming her.
You need to start crying back at her.
See, it worked. Look, she stopped.
Her lashes look nice.
Yeah, James has the crazy lashes. If I
Why don't
have
you ever
any,
get no clear picture of him?
because I take too many. So she's sitting. When would that have been? She would have been a year, and now a year and 3 months there. So she's standing and walking. She's making a mess. They look hilarious. She's bald as hell too. That's even funnier because she was bald for years and she's still kind of. People would be like, "Are you feeding her the right shit?" I'd be like, "Fuck you." Yes. I loved my wife would be like, "Don't put her in the rain." They love that stuff. They like love the
She
rain.
looked like a
Oh, what did you say?
She looked like a villain.
She kind of is. She was trying to drive my damn car. She's just chilling. So that would have been Isabel at those ages. Yes. Oh yeah, there's me at that's like 1979.
Oh, you look exactly like her.
Which is kind of crazy. That might have been why I had it. A little bit, probably more like Tommy, but yeah, how do you fix lighting? And how do you get a damn digital picture from 1979? That's what I want to know. Of course, the internet sucks. Did that even fix anything?
Yeah, the green.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I don't know how my mom digitized like videos, but there's me born in the freaking 70s. and doing the weird ass crawl,
That's you.
supposedly. Sometimes you don't know. That might have been me or my brother. It's probably me, as he's a blonde haired dude.
You can't say no hair.
You're so small the diaper doesn't fit. Well, but I look darker than a blonde. I feel like the blondes are.
Oh, you pictures look good.
So yeah, those are developmentally. Well, let's see here. Maybe I should go to the year Isabel was born. So June. Let's go to June or July. 2020. So she was a pandemic baby. And like all those different milestones that come. Oh, we went to freaking Hilton Head, man. I forgot about that. That's kind of funny though. So she would have been, well, she's 1 month old. She's not going to be doing crap here. So that's my little brother's baby. So she was older. Let's jump to like 3 months. We were doing all the different milestones. So there she is. Yeah. Like that small. She was freaking the smallest. She was 6.5 pounds. People were like, "Is there something wrong with her neck?" I'm like, "No." People say all kinds of shit that piss you off. Like my mom. Right. That was probably, oh yeah, then she got baptized. They try to make her all cute for that. She's bald as hell. They put the little bow on. We still like make fun of her. It's kind of funny. So she was the first. Let's see if we can roll through. I must have been running. That's kind of funny. Oh, those stupid masks. You got to be kidding me. All right, let's jump ahead to May. James was born, and then we would have had 2. So May. And this is these are the Irish twins. So this is the timeline we're following. At 1 month, they turn their head. 4 months, they roll front to back. 7 months, they can sit up. 10 months, they can walk-ish. So, yeah, that's probably all James could do. Oh, are these live photos? They're 3 seconds. Is that why they do that?
Yeah.
Fucker was small, wasn't he? Like, they're small. So,
Oh, he was a crier.
a little bit. What'd you say? Oh, too many. Yeah, he's like nodding off while I'm taking a picture, like, what the heck? So, yeah, I guess the newborn got all the photos. It's like, what?
He was not bald.
Oh, James had hair. James definitely had hair. I had a ponytail.
Older.
I had a ponytail. I also started running right after that. So I had this face body type change, like running. It is noticeable. I guess you're right. Is that Blackberry? That's crazy. You guys.
This baby probably was like, "Get this one out my face."
Yes.
You want me to take my pictures all the time?
What'd you say?
And it's all
There is a lot. So I like that I hate those masks. He's the one we filmed, and I don't know if my wife would be. What the fuck was I holding there? Is that like a bird?
Dead bird?
You don't catch the bird.
Poor dude. I think we had babies and it fell out of the nest and I was cutting the grass. That's what it was. So it's like pandemic. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Isabel's already like this age. She's still bald. So I got to give mom a break and walk her. What else? Gosh. But she's starting to do stuff. So I think she was like peekaboo, probably. So they don't talk until like 1. Oh yeah, especially James. Isabel.
It's the hair. You know it was a lot.
Yeah, so James, and then James doesn't stop talking, and that's so pretty soon there'll be 4 of them like that. And let's see here, it is a lot of work. What else?
And then during COVID, I don't know, nobody touched my baby during COVID.
I know that was a little scary.
Who's that? That's your third one?
That is still James. It's probably his first doctor's appointment. Do they give the dates? If they give you the dates. Oh, they're tiny. Like they lose weight right after they're born because they're
Lose
not.
weight?
Yep, they'll
That's
lose
bogus.
10%.
I'll be so mad.
They lose weight. And like
push y'all 10-pound baby and then they go back to 7 pounds.
they watch it closely. Gosh. So they need to latch properly. They need to eat well. They need to breastfeed. Or you get formula and you've got to feed them. So that's just no matter what. Oh, and then their ass gets chapped, so you buy that.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't change a diaper right away, they get a bloody ass.
Oh yeah.
It's-
They be getting the diaper.
And like you might not even be neglectful, you just forgot, didn't know, didn't smell it, and they got a bloody ass. So oh, it was cicada year, I forgot. This year was the cicadas. So at a year and like 3 months, she was doing stuff. But you can tell they're like goofy as shit, like can barely like move, they can barely stand up. Like it's different than a kid who can play piano. And so we're getting back into here. Where is that? There, she's probably like walking backwards or stands without pulling up, and she can maybe kick a ball. She's actually very athletic. So what else? She just started preschool. Oh, I had my damn chickens during the pandemic.
Did you eat them?
We just ate the eggs. I ended up giving them away to people when we had our 3rd kid. Like, we can't do this anymore. So, what else? Okay, she's crawling. Here we go. Is that what live photos are 2 seconds?
Hi, what are you doing?
So she's crawling.
What are you doing?
That is kind of cute that they, move on out. Mom's probably passed out and exhausted with, yep. Oh, she got both of them there. Holy shit. So there's 2. Damn. That's so crazy.
Little bad things.
What's that? Oh yeah, those funny baths. Here's the cicada one. So you guys remember cicadas? She got some hair. Look, she got some damn hair. I probably spiked it like that to piss off my wife. Like I try to make it look like goofy as shit to make her mad. Like, hey, look at that hairdo. It's like, yeah, I think I did that on purpose. I thought it was funny. I don't think she liked it very much. My wife's like, don't ever do that again. What else? She did start looking like a fucking doll. Like,
That's cute.
you know what I mean? Like how those, yeah, like, and her cheeks turned bright red. So that was weird. Oh, somebody's crushing a whole pint of ice cream. That was probably me. Then they like playing with K-cups. So like their fine motor skills, as they move, you expose your kids to everything and anything you can that's safe.
Go back to that video.
Which one?
The one. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta stop it.
I know, that is weird that it's, or you mute it. Can I hit back? Does that stop it? That is annoying. What if I
Maybe
open
pause
that?
It's really fresh, but it's gonna move from this one.
That is annoying.
Oh,
Okay.
So
30 years ago?
probably 3. I do have all the way back to 2000, and it says 1980, but digital photography didn't come about until
2002?
02. I got some old photos from Managua, Nicaragua, San Salvador, El Salvador. This was probably another baptism, I'm guessing. So we'll have that again in October this year.
How many months you gotta wait? 3 months?
Catholics always do it super fast.
And then you get to
She looks funny as hell though. See how it's almost like plastic doll look, baby. You know what I mean?
It's like the glass eyes.
Maybe that's it. Yeah, and that's some of the things. What else comes up? So other fine motor skills. Looks like she's smacking herself. But they just like they start turning into real like, oh, it was cicada year. So here you go. Remember these cicadas? Anybody remember the cicadas?
Yeah.
Do you guys get these things?
Yeah.
The chickens loved them.
So loud. When I used to like fly in Chicago on the zoo, we had a problem. Look, yeah, it was like that. It was horrible.
I started picking them up and putting them in her stroller.
That's
And I put one, I think, on her toe and took a picture.
They're blind.
Oh, look. I started picking all of them.
Oh my God.
I think I fed them to the chickens. That's why. I gave them all to those chickens. It was cracking up about it. Yep, that's why. They were like, dude. They ate the shit out of them. And gave us some good eggs from it. So, but the development, these stupid chickens.
They're blind though. It's like they was like they're blind and they just be landing on stuff.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I can't believe we had chickens. Oh, there's the newborn. So they get jaundiced. So he was probably still yellow. He's like jaundiced, and you got to watch for that. And
Wait, yellow? What do you mean?
he's like yellow-ish. See how he's yellow
Yeah, but what do
tinted?
you mean watch for that?
Well, it's liver function. So you just want to make sure. Sometimes they'll have a medicine for it. Sometimes they have all kinds of shit for it. Oh God, this might even be going back to the 1960s. That's my mom and her brother, sister, brother. This is before I was born. That's my dad and my mom from the 60s. It's crazy. We call my little brother the mailman's son.
Wow.
Oh, this might have been the beer when she was playing with beer. That's my other brother's baby.
Oh, I was about to say that. That's my child.
My other brother's baby, yeah. So yeah, you guys get these developmental things. This is the only way I could get her to sleep. Anytime she needed a break from the kid, I'd just walk her. It works. So those are all your little developmental milestones. What else do we miss? And here's what it looks like in a picture. Like newborn, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4. At 5, they roll over. 6, they sit.
It's
With-
how big is already rolling over at one, like 0.
Yeah. Yeah, and you want to expose them to as much stuff. Oh, I must have been buying cryptos then.
Yeah.
Damn.
I lost my ass on those things. Remember the stimmy checks?
Oh yeah.
I put the whole stimulus check in and lost 80% of it. She's still bald, see? She's still got. I thought that's hilarious though. Or maybe was that James? So they got to meet. It was my brother's daughter. It was COVID, so we're all like standing far apart. Like
6 feet.
they really fooled us, didn't they? Whoever it was, whoever created that virus. Who do you guys think created the virus in the lab?
There has been coronavirus.
She's so bald, dude.
But it was never a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the strain. It's that strain. I think the SARS something strain.
I don't know. It's probably the government too. Population.
I know. I feel like it
Yeah, they're
was.
trying to like.
Yeah, I don't know.
They was not trying to get to that 8 billion for real.
Yeah, money.
Okay, then she's crawling. Then she's standing. See how they don't stand very well? It could have been, which is weird. I don't know why.
Because we're the same.
I guess they are all dated. I should watch for the dates because
This sex is younger than before.
it is very possible.
Well,
Maybe a
it's not-
different camera. I think this was the first time she was sick, so we were in the hospital, like, or
so
whatever,
so
urgent
many
care.
pictures.
She was ripping up this thing, and we were like cracking up about it. She kept shredding the doctor's thing, but it's like fine motor skills. So, but there it was. Yeah. So the doctor comes in, and it looks like that. Like, what the fuck did you do to my room? But she had fun.
You take pictures of everything.
I do have unlimited storage with the dude who teaches in the corner of the hallway right now today, Stefan. I'm on the board. So I think I abuse it because I have unlimited storage.
What do you have?
I'm on his board and he has 100,000 gigabytes free of storage.
Can I count
I know, right? It is expensive, isn't it?
it? It is. Like, I just get a computer and it's like, oh, you're kind of storage.
Yes.
I don't do nothing on here.
Yeah.
Anybody else need storage?
I do.
Yeah, I do.
So Microsoft, whatever.
So yeah, those are your like milestones to look for and red flags. But at 2 years, my youngest is here in December. He can create a 6-block tower, feed themselves with a fork, spoon, remove clothing, grasp and turn a doorknob. That's the scary part. They just fucking run away. Or the red flags are at 9 months if they can't sit, 18 months if they can't walk. Then we get into infant mental health. They sleep a lot too.
Yes.
So they sleep all damn day long.
And then be waking up randomly.
No, my cousin
And they wake
came
up randomly,
a
for
Velcro
sure.
baby. I hate that so much. Like, you gotta order her to sleep so she can go to sleep.
I just realized I'm gonna have to share something through Dropbox. Did those PowerPoints share through you guys to Dropbox?
Yeah. I'm gonna put it on here too. It goes up better on the computer.
It's weird. So if you were doing genogram and somebody had a newborn and you're assessing genogram, ecomap, and 50% of marriages end in divorce. So we already got that stat down. So you could have a single mom or dad easily. Second marriage is 65% in divorce. Third marriage is 75% in divorce. So pick your partner wisely. Yeah, it might just be the people that get divorced a lot.
Yeah, once I get married, I'm not trying to remarry or divorce.
So do your 100 questions before you say I do. That's a book. That's like a real book. And do all 100 questions with your partner.
Yeah.
And make sure you're matched up. I always say when you're engaged, just because that means you're engaging with them. You're engaging to see if you should be married. And if you shouldn't, don't. Don't. For real.
Right.
We'll take half your shit.
Engaged only for 2 weeks and then they get married. No. That's
Do a little
Get
longer than
married
that.
Within a year, like.
Yeah, usually they make you do 6 to 12 months now for pre-K has 177 questions. That's even more than 100 questions before you say I do. It's about baby, who's going to stay home, who's going to care for it, who's going to work, when are you going to work, all the details. Who's going to pay for shit. We could say government. I actually joked all the time whenever that question came up. I'm like, the government. They'd look at me like, what's wrong with you?
Are you sure?
Who's going to pay for this? The government. Like, who's going to take care of your kids? The government.
I would ask her, are you sure, man? You don't have to say this.
I was in the room when my aunt, she had her baby. Well, not that when she had her baby, but when the social worker came in, that was all what she had. She had like a thick packet.
Mhm.
Do you have this? Do you have that? I'm like, oh, so this is what I'm about to be doing.
It's a lot. Let's see if anybody showed up on the link yet. Nope. So you all found my channel you need to sign in on.
Oh,
There it
that's
is, yeah. Right. So if you miss, then you write your name under that.
I already did the one day I didn't come to class.
Yes, it is better to be in person, by no doubt. Like nothing's remote in social work. I know everything we're trying to do remote, and we like try to go play and eat and then do a class and pass. But you saw how many semesters I failed out before they should have kicked me out. Then I got my shit together. So don't do what I did. It prevented me a 3.45. I ended up with a 3.45 because I had a 0.59. I had a 2.0. I had some bad grades.
0.5.
Yes, it's hard to recover from a 0.59, but you can. I did.
You did, yeah.
You
did, you got a 3.
So there's my honest transcript.
And it can't keep it all.
Yeah. Oh, this is your permanent record for the rest of your life. That's what's crazy. Like every time I ask for this is what I fucking get.
Oh, you
Well, that's when I quit drinking. But look at when I was drinking. It's not good. DC, WW, BW.
Oh, wow.
But it was theology. Like it's almost like they got to give you easy grade in theology.
United States. That's horrible.
It should have been FFF. Those W's all should have been F's. And I had D, C, D, W, B, C. How in the hell was English? I know. Makes me wonder, how did I do that? CCC, BBB. That was actually kind of good.
Yeah,
That was probably before I started daily drinking. So,
oh,
yes,
your first semester.
I think so. Was that 96? Yep. That was the first election I voted into, 1996. So yeah, you guys, if stay focused, here's your check sheet. 49 general electives and then 49 social work classes, and you get what are these called? Gen eds,
Mhm.
and then social work, and then you still have 23 elective hours, and you're done. Don't take underwater basket weaving.
You said that one.
It's like a waste of a class. It's cute, but not if you're not an art major.
What is that? Underwater basket?
I think it's known as like a joke from let's try it. Underwater basket weaving.
So you once searched it before you put this one.
Well,
Degree?
it's idiom referring to pejoratively, I don't even know these words, to supposedly useless or absurd college or university courses, and often generally to refer to a perceived decline in educational standards. Term also serves as an intentionally humorous generic answer to questions about academic degrees.
So they're actually doing it.
There's some people like even art history. People are like, how are you going to get a job in art history? But why do they do that about wiki?
Art history.
So it is a real thing.
Like
yeah.
you can become a curator for a museum or something like that.
You could,
Like
but in your economic recession, and who's paying for that? That's what I always ask. Like, at least in social work, the government pays for it. They'll just print more money. So that's so sad. I wonder what Wiki says about print more money. Because we've printed 9 trillion. Have you heard that?
no.
Well, that's why we have inflation too. There it is. Devaluation, loss of confidence. Some say printing money is not a good idea. It can destroy an economy and make a paper currency worthless. There's like 500 currencies in the world. Have you ever heard this?
It's a lot of currency. It's like the euro,
Mhm.
it's so many.
And in the Bible, it was only gold and silver. So you can't melt it. You can't burn it. You know what I mean? Like you can't destroy gold and silver. It's always there. It doesn't rust. It doesn't like degrade.
Isn't like all the currencies, they just compare it to the dollar?
Well, they do because we have the biggest military in the world. But yes. So we just punk everybody out, if that's what you're asking.
Literally.
Which currency has the highest? Like you know what the pound is higher.
The pound and the
than
euro
dollar?
is okay, if that's what you're asking.
No. Like what currency?
You know what the US dollar was in 1933?
No.
Here's what a dollar looked like in 1933.
Oh, I'm thinking it was equal to $1,000. Let's say.
Well, so $1 was an ounce of silver, $20 was an ounce of gold. So that's the $1 bill in 1933. That's the $20 bill.
There was
And
a
then-
$20 coin?
Well, it's an ounce of gold. And then they would give you paper currency starting in the Great Depression because the US bought all the gold back from everyone and said, here's a piece of paper for that gold you have. You know how much this is worth today?
No.
2,576.
Damn.
Oh,
I need to
So
find
people that
that.
didn't give it back to the
I
US
know
government and
that.
kept it and hid it, it was illegal, but you would have, what is that? 1,000 times your worth or 100 times your worth?
that's a lot.
So the dollar's been devalued 99 times because of that, if it's 100 times more valuable.
Mhm, yeah.
So same with the silver dollar. That was
Dang
one.
it, I remember having those.
I know, the US peace dollar. So
I
those,
have those. $5, I do.
and they even kept quarters and dimes until 1964.
Yeah. I
So
have
any
the-
dime and quarters,
I have
US,
the gold dollar, I have the silver dollar, I have the,
you still have them. Don't
Yeah.
give them away.
I'm not giving them away. I be
So,
giving
yeah,
them to old people.
That's 90% silver in 1964.
But now,
And then in 65, they turned that to only 40% silver. And then they
It-
got rid of it in the 70s.
it went down a lot.
Paper.
I remember I was doing in material science, like the metal. We used
Mhm.
to, like it's not even worth it to print out the cents anymore because the cost for making them is more than what they're actually worth.
Oh, right. The penny is copper. So
Yeah.
that's also copper coins. So printing money. This is when we started the worst. I forget how old you guys were, 5 or 7?
Um,
09?
I was 4. Yeah, I was 4.
So we printed $1 trillion back then, 800 billion really. And that kind of increased our money supply by 30%. I know these numbers sound weird, but what that means was instead of gas being $2 a gallon, now it's $3 a gallon.
Right.
Because we printed 1/3 more. You have
So you
Um,
expect us to have 1/3 more.
chasing the same oil and gas prices. Does that make sense? So like bread went up by 30%, milk went up by 30%.
Yeah.
Housing is the way you follow it the most.
That's what they be doing in Nigeria. Like,
Yes,
they print out more
absolutely.
money
That and
and
that's
then-
that is what we're trying to avoid.
But
So
they expect like, oh, we just printing out all this money, like, so you should be able to pay. But no, the people in government like hoard it.
I bought this for $110,000 in 2005.
Yeah.
It's a 4-bedroom home in
I'll say
Kentucky.
3.
Oh, you're right. I was just going to look up. And if you guys are willing to share a zip code you came from, I can show you the way housing did the same inflationary problem. So you go like this. Here it is on Zillow. You go to like sold. Oh yeah, I sold it to him in 2016. I bought it, I guess 118. I added some other shit on. What?
You had it for so long.
I did own it for a long time. Cause it was like I owned a 4-bedroom house for like $600 or $800 a month, and I had 4 bedrooms to rent out at $350 a month to other people.
So you just made your money.
I was hustling.
You were smart.
I was hustling.
Did you pay it off like once or like?
I think when I sold it, I owed $76,000. So I sold it for $150.
You should not sell it for much.
I sold it for $155 and I owed $76,000. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
So then I had in hand, I had $70,000 cash.
So you put that as a down payment.
Correct. The next house I bought was actually this price right here.
Oh.
That was the second house I bought, and I sold that for $209. If you guys want to share a address or zip code to show inflation, I bet the same thing happened to the neighborhood you lived in, 665
I'll show mine.
Iris. If you're willing to share, I'll show you the second house I bought, and this was Kennedy Heights, Cincinnati. Anyone from Kennedy Heights?
Dang, now it's up $330.
Yeah, that's insane. As I sold it for $209 3 years
That's
later.
not worth $400.
I know. I put solar on it too. So see how there's like little solar panels and geothermal. So I showed how I dug free heating and cooling and then free electricity into
That's
it.
probably why.
There's a panel.
Low-key, I think that is kind of worth it.
Yeah, I do think so.
But watch the inflation and printing of money on this house. It was sold for, before me, way less. I think it was like 30,000. There it is.
Damn.
I think it caught on fire. Somebody bought it for 21, rehabbed it, sold it for 23. Or maybe rehabbed it and sold it for 120. I bought it for 155 actually, right there.
Also, it went down and
I talked them down. When you buy a house, you can be like, I want different windows, or the toilet leaks, or then I sold it there for I think it was 209. So in 3 years, I went from 155 to 217 because then coronavirus pandemic, we printed, our money supply was $3 trillion. We doubled that. I think we have now 6 or 9 trillion in supply.
that's crazy.
Sad.
So
And that's why this is worth 300 now.
So
That's-
technically, everything should have just gone up times 2.
yeah.
We doubled our supply.
And and housing it has. So that's why I'm saying if you want to share an address, I'll look it up for you. I guarantee you that's what happened to your house.
4723 West 142nd Street.
Chicago?
Yeah. It's
Really?
kind of yeah.
Do I have to do ND?
Yeah. And then street.
ST?
Yeah,
Is that enough?
I think so.
Fuckers.
Ryan's is.
Oh, should I put a different zip?
A zip code?
Yeah, maybe I'll type the whole thing.
60827, I think.
60827. But it does show some Chicago. So we could take a random one here. Like, what do you think that was worth when they were printing money? And this is my example. And I use these because this affects all of our human behavior, like how we live, where we live, how much it costs, how much you got to pay to eat, how much you got to pay to keep a warm house and a full belly. It affects us.
Those are some people that are like, oh, you get paid more if you work in California. You get paid more if you work in New York.
So from 93, well, yeah, the price.
Right.
So there's-
The cost of living here is higher than in Texas. So I know a lot of people that work here, they live in Texas or whatever, because they get more money and then they can just
Mhm.
own some property.
So like this was 46 a square foot in 93, and now it's $240 a square foot. So the price, because they keep printing the dollars, so you have to have that many more.
423.8%.
Yeah, which is that how much our money supply has probably
Yeah, they should give us
increased.
more money.
Anybody else want me to look up a zip code? You don't have to share your family home, but like a zip
I
code
think
you
you
got.
got
48235.
What is it?
48235.
Give me my whole address.
You can. I mean, that I showed you mine. I can show you the one I just sold Friday for $313. I sold my third. We bought that for $209, sold it Friday for $313, and we're building closer to here. That's the cheapest way to get a house in this bad economy.
What does for you mean? Like something recommended? And something to do.
Now I have the realtor texting me.
Is this ever that came in class? That's how hot it is.
Oh, all these market are these. So the cost of living. How much can you all rent for right now? How much is even a dorm, an apartment, in your parents' home?
I'm not looking at people.
I've been told.
I was looking for places like after graduation, and like in Indianapolis was like, oh, 1 bedroom like $1,400, but the cost of living down there is kind of cheaper. And my sister, where she's going, her 1 bedroom probably like $2,000.
My God. 1 bedroom?
That's New York.
No. Okay.
So you also.
Yeah.
Like, it be time.
That's when you really. But some apartments, not all apartments are bad. But
You
it's
know, you're gonna
definitely,
have to spend the money.
you're not spending, it's not gonna be a lot more than 2,000. But I know a lot of people just move down to Texas Way down south. Price cut.
Right. Yeah. There's some crazy.
Wait, were you looking at houses in Detroit?
Yeah. Are two of you from Detroit? Yeah. Yeah. So you can see it there too. So let's say you pick this one. Let's see when it was. How does inflation affect your cost of living? And they even show you the monthly. So this one would be $1,100 a month. That's
That's not
nice.
bad.
I know. That's nice.
1,200.
That sounds like Detroit too. That sounds for sure Midwest compared to Chicago. What were we seeing? 220. I still think it would be. There's also a thing known as redlining. Do any of you know what redlining is? That's a problem, and that's a big deal.
And then they start gentrifying. You see what it comes. Sales tax go up.
That does suck. Cause I feel like if you're gonna like renovate a place or come in here and start doing all this stuff, you can't tell people to just move.
Well, they don't tell them.
Yeah, that's like
They don't tell them to move, but they slowly and but surely increase all the taxes on everything.
forcing them.
Like you literally can't even, like it's, like you know all this, but now all this new businesses come in and you can't afford to live.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at. So poverty has a huge effect on everything. And the devaluation of the dollar leads us all into poverty, a way to slowly steal without taxation. So they're not taxing you openly. You're like, I ain't paying taxes because I don't make enough. Well, when we have a devalued dollar, you are paying taxes because this dollar you owned yesterday is now worth half as much
Right.
a year later because of inflation. And so that's kind of where I know it's a little bit stretching it, but for me, this is the most. Economics is just as important as anything with human behavior in the social environment because it kills you.
Inflation is bad, but I feel like it wouldn't be so horrible if the if the amount you're getting paid matches the rate of inflation. Like if you're getting
Oh yeah, we only get a
Yeah.
2% raise
like
this
if
year.
you're not getting the same, the amount you're getting more is not much the inflation. It's just like,
But where is that money going? Then? If you put in all this money, where is it going if it's not going to us? And what's the point of printing like more money out for them to have the same ratio? So it makes no sense for putting more money in.
And that was part of the major beef I have with everything. Like, are you guys noticing that on anything? Inflation, on just a bag of chips. How much is a bag of chips?
$2.
$2. Yeah.
For
It used to be
20
50
cents?
cents. It used to be 50 cents and then it was like, okay, 2 for $1, and then it went up to $1.
And then even like the pack of novellators or the little things, the boxes of
25
candy.
cents. Now it's like 75. It's crazy.
So I know that you guys that have had me before maybe get tired of hearing about it because that is my major rant. Like, how are we all supposed to fucking live? Like, that's kind of, and so for me, it is like however sustainable you can, grow your own food, collect your own water, your own electricity, create your own heat, even a wood stove. What's that?
Oh, I was saying.
If you can, you're saying, or what'd you say?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm just agreeing with you, I guess. I don't know.
So, and it affects our like behaviors. It affects our and this human behavior in the social environment. So the ecological theory, I know that also sounds way out there. It's ecological. So it's a holistic perspective. You look at everything of the human individual. So when you're making your eco map, so ecological perspective, you look at like, who are your supports? Who are your this, that, those, your job, your challenges, all of it. How do they support you and how can we be like the realtor just made $19,000 on my house. just to sell my fucking house. Yes, they get 6% of 313,000. I know the agency gets a bit. I know. Let me see here. Any of you have Jennifer Turpin Stanfield?
Yeah. Jennifer Turpin, yoga?
Uh huh.
Mhm.
I'm showing her how we wrote a CBG for $300,000. It's a capacity building grant. We were awarded $600,000 at Central State. It's exciting because it kept us open.
The school?
We've gotten $1.3 million in grants in the past year and a half.
That you wrote? That's so good. So y'all are literally.
And they only give us a 10% raise for getting it. They keep all of it.
That's crazy.
It's kind of bullshit too.
So do you have to write the grants to stay tenured or whatever it's called?
You do have to write grants to just get tenured.
Are you already tenured?
I did get tenure,
Oh.
which was shocking. Let me see here. It was probably, so what questions y'all have for your eco map or genogram,
I did
if
mine.
any?
Please don't show it up there.
What's that?
I did mine,
Okay.
but can you tell me if it's right? I think I.
Oh, you already submitted it. I hear what you're saying.
I
Okay.
think so.
Can we bring it in person?
You could, yeah.
I just drawing some paper, took a picture.
That's what, well, I can get it.
Nice, easy, yeah, print some paper. I use construction paper,
Yeah.
that's all I have. Don't get
Oh, the
wrong.
numbers
Um,
on that paper.
Yeah, that's
Construction paper is fine. But like when and if you see a client, I do bring economics into it as like non-intrusively as I can. Cause that's a big part of life. Like how the fuck are you paying for shit? Can we get you hooked up with some assistance in any way? Can we? I used my sister-in-law as a referral for the realtor. And up front, I told her I didn't want to use her unless if they like kind of tipped them out. She got 9,405 for selling it for me, and then they brought the buyer to us, and they got 9,405 for that. That's $19,000. And I know that their agencies take half, so that means I guess total they got 9,405. That's still a lot
On one ounce?
on one house.
I feel like, but that's how like the commission works, could be good or not. Cause if you do a lot, make a lot of sales, you get paid really good, but then the salary don't make sense. And then you get out for the truck, right?
So she sent my brother a tip, and it was half of $75. So he got $35. In the past, when you got a tip, you got 25% of that sale, which would be, God, what would 25% of the whole thing? I mean, that could be like $1,000 because maybe they got half of that. But she's saying he got $35 instead of like 1,000 is what he was expecting. So I feel bad for my brother. And it's all a like real estate game that 1/3 of the U.S. economy is real estate. Uh-oh, dinner time. Pavlov's dog bell. Class is over.
Was there
That-
some attendance?
Oh, I have paper somewhere, I promise. That's my old mortgage. Try to guess what I have to do now. That's my old, that would be
No,
my
it's like-
old.
2,000.
I have to double it. It sucks. Like we're so screwed. I have to work too many jobs still, I think. That's one of them I work.
That's crazy.
I feel like it is forcing people to get more jobs too. To like be able to maintain everything.
Right. So then you have less parenting, less in person. How many of you guys had both parents work, or the only parents you had knew work, or did you ever have a parent
They have to work.
home? Or were you latchkey, or you? How do you describe it? Like anybody have a stay-at-home parent? Maybe I should ask that.
No. When
That I think they're gone since the
not in
'90s.
not in the United States, but yeah. Like in Nigeria, like both of my parents, like they work, like they own their businesses, so they don't really have to work. They have people they was just out of money because people work for them. If that makes sense. But in this country,
I think it's definitely still be better, but yeah. Like I'm trying to get this degree now, but if it doesn't work out, I'm walking past the engineering, that's the architectural. Find a husband. Stop here.
Oh, the MRS degree.
Like,
find a
find a husband. I don't know.
Right. No, I get it. And it takes two incomes. It's like it's semi-depressing. I mean, there is ways to be smart and buy low and sell high, shit like that. But you have to be very intentional and thoughtful.
Yes, very interesting.
And
Have fun.
that too. I don't even drink. I eat all like stale and expired food. You guys already know it. I'm not scared.
You're not scared?
Of expired food?
Because it is no such thing as expired. It's called Best Buy.
There is a such thing.
I think it is. Well, if you grow, do you grow your own food? You said?
I have, yeah.
I like growing.
My mom
That's
does.
actually really, that's very beneficial. I'd rather go home with food from my store anyway.
Well, also something we do that people don't really do. We buy meat off the farm, like you pick the cow and they kill it.
Whoa.
Yeah, you go to a farm and then you pick the cow, you kill it, and then like you just freeze it. Like we have like 3 freezers at my house. And that's what we do. We don't buy at the grocery store. Most of the food we buy at my house, my mom buys it from Nigeria and they ship it here for me.
That's nice.
So we don't have to.
Okay.
Really go to the grocery store. Like during COVID.
And it passes customs. That's legit.
During COVID, and everybody was freaking about everything.
Because you had,
They stopped.
was it cheap packaged foods from Nigeria and it makes it through customs that way? Like
yeah,
affordable, not cheap, affordable packaged food.
Not even affordable. It's just like my parents don't eat American food.
Yeah.
So
I won't eat out. That's,
my mom does not eat out.
yeah, I won't eat out.
She doesn't.
If there's a baby, I'll send you a documentary.
I'm gonna pray for your wife. So she has
Yes,
a baby
thank
this
you.
weekend. Yeah, and she has a safe delivery. That's important too. Your mental health matters too.
Right. Craziness though. Oh dang, I'm already going to be pushing it.
Oh, I mean, that's exactly yes.
I know. I just saw that. But I shortchanged you guys the other day.
Okay.
Hey Siri, give me directions to Devil Winds Brewery in Xenia.
No.
That's where our meeting is.
Oh.
It's so annoying.
We don't need to get your toe up and you got the kids. Be careful. All right, see you after.
Bye. Yes.
I'm predicted tomorrow. Don't forget.
Oh.